Hello, everyone. Just giving you a couple seconds to come on and invite a friend to this broadcast. Thank you for joining us. We'll get started in just a second. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. I'll start with introduction of myself. I am Christina Williams. I am the co-operations director for Freedom Inc. And we are coming to you live with our open letter to elected officials about air quality and the fact that it is a health equity issue. So I'm just going to pull up our statement and read the letter aloud. And then at the end of the broadcast, we'll give you some other FI updates. All right, so this is our open letter and our call to action. Over the past few days, Freedom Inc. has received an outpouring of requests for N95 masks and air purifiers from our elderly members and those with young children. They have seen the news about the Canadian wildfires creating dangerous conditions for us here in Madison and are concerned. They've heard Aaron's family and friends in the Northeast about the red sky and the asthma flare ups and hospitalizations of their children, grandparents, aunts, and uncles. They're wondering why the mayor or the county hasn't said or done anything. As Freedom Inc. prepares to mobilize over $50,000 in rapid response mutual aid over the next few days, we're wondering the same thing. Where are our leaders in this impending public health and safety crisis? Since the beginning of June, wildfires in Canada have impacted multiple provinces and states, resulting in air quality advisories and putting people at higher health risk. The severity of the situation was demonstrated earlier this month when an orange haze covered New York City. It's evident that Canada's wildfires are intensifying, and this is only the beginning of wildfire season. On the afternoon of Monday, June 26th, the air quality in Madison plummeted from moderate to unhealthy, with an air quality index API of 164, and I believe today it's at a 198, with particulate matter small enough to enter our lungs. Madison reached an exposure level of PM 2.5, putting people at higher risk of infection and worsening existing respiratory problems. These significant public health concerns must be addressed, and the actions must be taken to limit the health risks to the Madison community, particularly among the economic, socially, and health vulnerable. According to the World Health Organization, air pollution is the most significant environmental health risk today and is estimated to contribute to 7 million premature deaths annually. Approximately 91% of the world's population lives in places where air quality is unhealthy. The worsening air quality is a health equity issue that disproportionately affects marginalized communities, including Black people, people of color, refugees, immigrants, and poor people. These communities are more likely to live near factories and dump sites and have less access to resources like filtered air ventilation, air purifiers, masks, and health insurance that would protect them from poor air quality. The lack of timely response from local governments to address these safety and health concerns is telling of the current budgeting patterns and priorities of our local government. We continue to see an overwhelming amount of resources meant for public safety being poured into the police force, an institution that cannot fight forest fires or improve air quality. While our local leadership continues to fund them at disproportionate rates to actual life affirming infrastructure, such as housing and food security, we all continue to suffer the consequences as they are unable to respond in a timely manner to our actual health and safety needs. Public safety for our communities means divesting from the police and pouring into resources that actually keep us safe. Public safety in our communities looks like holistic health care, financial stability, and housing for all. Public safety for our communities is community control. By the community, for the community. Given the hazardous air quality in Madison, we call upon the elected officials of Madison and Dane County to protect the local community by issuing an emergency shelter at home order anytime the AQI climbs above 151, which are levels considered unhealthy by federal environmental and health agencies. An emergency shelter at home order will minimize the exposure of Madison residents to harmful air pollution, ultimately reducing the risk of respiratory infections and other health problems. Further, the Capitol building and other government buildings must be open to unhoused people who are at an increased risk of exposure to worsening air quality. Local recreation centers, churches, malls, and other facilities should also be available to anyone in the general public who does not have access to air filters or other pollutant mitigation equipment, or families lacking physical space at home, particularly families with children. Of course, shelter at home orders do not impact all people the same. People who can afford to take off work or work remotely are not impacted like those who do manual labor, outdoor labor, or people who simply cannot afford to miss work. As such, we advocate for investment in public health by guaranteeing the income of low to no income individuals who are financially impacted by a shelter at home order. In addition, those designated as essential workers who cannot shelter at home due to the public interest of their work must be provided with adequate personal protective equipment and hazard pay. Freedom Inc. will continue to protect our community by providing life saving services and resources. We will continue to push elected officials to invest in our communities. We will pour resources into providing rapid response resources to combat health equity issues because we understand that we keep us safe. Love and power, Freedom Inc. If you have any comments or want to share your personal experience, you can drop a line in our comments and we will respond to those. We also have a couple of additional Freedom Inc. announcements, things that are going on this week, this month, and coming up this summer. So we'll start by talking about our hour that is happening tomorrow, June 28th, from 4:30 to 6:30 at Delta Beer Lab, located at 167 East Badger Road. Please come out and support us. Some of the proceeds from the happy hour will be donated to our Give Out Day campaign. Give Out Day is one of the only LGBTQ fundraising events that happens during the year. And so we participate in that. And so Our goal this year is to reach $20,000. So if you are able to donate to us, we will put our donation link at the bottom of the screen. And again, come out and see us at happy hour tomorrow at Delta Beer Lab. We look forward to seeing you and to talking to you about the work that Freedom Inc. is doing within our community. And then next we have um, scholarship opportunities. So Freedom Inc. is offering queer scholarship program, a total of $5,000 being awarded to 8 individuals. Um, we have our Black Queer Education application posted there, our Hmong Queer Education application there, and then we also have wellness scholarships. We have one link for our Black Queer Wellness application and a separate link for our Hmong Queer Wellness application. This is also posted on our Facebook page, so you can always scroll to find this post that was earlier in the month. We thank you again for joining us for our Facebook Live. Again, we are looking to engage with you in the comments about the air quality issue, what you are experiencing. We hope to see you tomorrow at Delta Beer Lab. We hope that you're able to donate to our fundraising event for Give Out Day. And thank you so much for joining our live.